Good morning, stamping friends, and Happy New Year early to everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm sure you have a fun day planned ahead, probably winding down and thinking about taking your tree down. If you didn't see my post, I already took mine down, 7 a.m. December 26th. I know I'm kind of a Scrooge in that way, but when you think about it, I've been doing Christmas cards and projects since July and August. So when it's over for me. I know I'm in the minority. I can't even wait for New Year's. But anyway, I hope you guys have a special day today. My husband and I are going to go to the movie American Underdog with Kurt Warner, who was an Arizona Cardinal quarterback. So it'll be fun to see that. I've heard good things about that movie, so I'm excited to see that. But I wanted to start off today by doing this little video. But before I start with the new things, I want to talk about the kind of the class to go that I have winding up. Today is the deadline for my product share. Sorry, I don't really have a great graphic for it because I can't post pictures of the inside of the catalog yet. But I can show you one paper that's included. I did make a little chart of the Valentine one, but I did a previous video showing you all the papers, and I have all the embellishments and ribbons. But it's really a good deal, you guys, because if you wanted to buy all those individually, it would cost you a little bit short of a fortune, just because, you know, there's so many new products. And this way you get a little sampling of everything. And then, you know, if you need more of something, you have that snippet of pieces so you can see which ones you really like. So I really think it's worth it. Plus you have more to play with. And so I hope you take advantage of that. So today is the deadline. I'm going to start cutting in the new year, and then I will get those kits out to you. Thank you for those of you who already ordered those from me. I appreciate that. I want to thank you all so much for your support of my business and just for being great customers and friends of mine. It's just such a joy to create for you, and I'm just so thrilled that you would come and visit my blog and my Facebook pages and sign up for my classes. And you know what? That's just what keeps me going. It makes me want to keep creating. So I really do appreciate each and every order that you guys put in. All right, let's get to some fun new things. I have a new class starting today, and it's a Valentine class, and I think you're gonna like it. So let me turn the camera around and let's get started. Well, you guys, I have been so excited about this class. I've had it brewing in my head for quite some time, all through the Christmas holiday, and I couldn't wait to put my ideas together with cardstock and stamps. So let me introduce to you my Sweet Conversations Valentine class to go. This is a very unique class in that I'm using some new ideas that I haven't tried before, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. But I wanted to show you, these are the make and takes. Now I normally just show a little snippet, but today I'm going to show you one of the actual projects that you will get in the catalog or in the class. And the one I'm going to show you is this top one. Now, looking by the graphic, it looks like you're going to get 5 make and takes, but this is actually the same one. This is the front and back, but both sides are really cute. So I wanted to make sure you saw a picture of both. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 4 make and takes in this class. And the class fee is going to be $62 if you want it shipped to you, and $58 if you want porch pickup. Now, wait till you see that's what's all included in this class. You are going to get the Sweet Conversation stamp set. Isn't this cute? It reminds me of those conversation hearts. That's where we get the name from. And then you are going to get a full pack of Sweet Talk Designer Series paper. And I made this little chart so you can see every side of the paper. I love making these because you can see both sides of the paper in one glance and all the coordinating colors that go with it. So if you want, you know what, I think I'll include this in the PDF that I send you. And all you have to do is download this little graphic onto white cardstock. It'll just have the words here. And then what you'll do is cut these into 2x2 squares, and then just take a 1-inch circle punch and punch out all the coordinating colors, which are listed above. So that might help you. And so you can do like I do, and you don't have to get out that paper pack every time and pull all the sheets out and say, okay, which side do I want to use? You can just see it all in one glance. So that's the paper that you'll be getting. And then we have the iridescent rhinestone basic jewels, and I don't know if you can see this well, but they're clear and they're iridescent, so they pick up whatever color you put behind it. However, you can color these with blends, and we're going to do that in the class to go. So that's another one of the products. And the next thing is the Real Red 3/8" faux linen ribbon. This ties really well. You'll get a full spool of this, and red is in with the paper, so that coordinates. And the next thing is the classic matte dots, and I've already used quite a few of these, but you get black gray, vanilla, and white, and we're using these in the class as well. These are pretty basic. You're going to be using these on really anything you use because they're all the neutrals. And so, you know, of course, this isn't just for Valentine's Day, but I threw that product in. And then you are also going to get a free celebration item of your choice. And there's a lot to choose from. And in a second, I'm going to show you one of them that I'm going to show in the make and take today. And I will make it in front of you so that you'll have another idea if you get this class to go. All right, and then you'll get those 4 make and takes. Those will all be cut out and ready to go for you in kit form. And then I will also email you the PDF instructions to you. Now, the deadline to sign up for this is January 4th. And I know that doesn't give you a lot of time, but the reason I chose that is that's the first day that we can order from the catalog. And I really, really don't want to be stuck in the back order situation. So that's why I made the deadline the day that the catalog goes live. So if you can get your orders in sooner rather than later, so I can figure out what I'm all going to order and how many, that would be awesome. Don't wait till the last minute. And then I also have some optional add-ons. Now, I put the Sweetheart dies, and I want to show you these because they are pretty cool. First of all, I want to show you, this is the pack that it comes in. And one of my downline, Kathy Belcher, she showed me this little trick. When she gets her dies, she pulls them out here, and then she just places them on her printer, and then she takes a picture of them. This is the coolest thing. And then just cuts it down so it fits in here. That way you don't always have to dig out your catalog to see, okay, which dies are in there again. And, you know, you just glance at the back and you can see every die that's in there. Or do you ever have any go missing sometimes? Oh my gosh, that drives me crazy. Some of them are so tiny, but this way you can always know how many are in there and which ones you might be missing. So that's a neat little trick. So thank you, Kathy, for that. And then I did put them on this magnetic board just so you can see them. Here's all the hearts. Look at them, and a cute banner, a tag. This makes it a little envelope. We're going to use this today. But you know what I did? I got to show you this little cheap thing I did. I wanted to cut some out. So I put every die that had a heart on it. So all of these, and they're all basically the same size. These might be a little bit smaller. But if you take all those and punch them out at the same time, you will have a handful of confetti right here. And there are actually 23 hearts that can be cut out with one crank of the wheel. So, you know, sometimes we only get a couple in there, but there are so many. So this one was really fun and easy to work with because I am going to use quite a few hearts on today's project. All right, so that's one of the add-ons, and that's only $26. I discounted a bit because I can order them together as a bundle. Then I have the Bouquet of Love Hybrid Embossing Folder. Now this one, I do want to show you how it works because this is the first time I've ever bought one of these hybrid ones. Now the dies that you'll get in this set is a heart and all these tiny little pieces, a banner, another heart. This is stitched, by the way, and then some flowers and some leaves. So for the embossing folder one, we are going to use the heart one that goes with this. And let me show you the folder. You can see the heart on top here. What we're going to do is open it up, and then we want to put the heart actually in the folder, and there's a little canal here where it's going to sit, and it won't move around too much because it fits nicely in there. All right, then we will take our cardstock and let's just go vertical for this way. And then what you do, kind of position it where you want it. Like say I want it center, kind of look at it like that, but flip it that way so that you can put that down. And then let me grab my cut and emboss machine. And now for this one, all you're going to need is that base plate. And then we will put the folder on, and it's always wise to put the side that has the fold in it first. And then you are going to need the specialty plate. This is the gray one. And any of our new embossing folders that are kind of that 3D-ish, they're thicker, you need this. The old plates will not work on that. And if you want to see where it is in the catalog, it's actually on page 153, and it's number 7 called the specialty plate. It's for embossing folders for best embossing results. All right, now let's run this through and I'll show you what it does. It is actually going to cut and emboss at the same time. Now we had a Christmas one like that, but I did not purchase that one. And after using this one, I can see that I probably should have got that one too. But let me show you what it did. So it cut this. Isn't that pretty? Look at that nice deep etching with the embossing folder. And then you also have your little heart over here. So it's actually 2 for 1. and you can use both of these. So we are definitely using this in the make and takes that are in the class to go. So I just wanted to show that to you so you understand how it works and why it's a must-have in your stash. It's really worth it. Think of the wedding cards, you know, like tone on tone, like white on white, or vanilla on vanilla would be really pretty and elegant. And then of course we have Valentine's Day. So I just wanted to point that out. That's $30 for that. Now remember, it's kind of two parts. It's the heart bouquet of love dies, and then that embossing folder, and they both come together. $30, which I have discounted, but think about it, most of our embossing folders are $10 at least alone for the larger size. So really for $20 for the dies is really not a bad price. Then another add-on is going to be the sweet little box, and we are definitely using that one. In fact, that's what I'm going to show you today, is the project that you will get in your make and take kit. So I'll show you that in a second. And then I also always like to add multi-purpose liquid glue in case you're out, and dimensionals. And this is with tax and shipping included. So what you see is what you get. When you go to the registration page, these are the prices that will be there. So I hope you will consider this class. It's really fun. I'm excited about it. So let me clear this off and then we'll do our little make and take. But first, let me show you that project that you will be making in the class. Well, if you know me, you know that I love gnomes. They're just kind of a passion of mine. And so I made this tiny little gnome, and he sits on top of the box that is called the, what did we call it? The little sweet little boxes. And it opens, it's kind of like how a deck of cards would open. And then I put, he's holding a heart. Now, another idea that you can do if you'd like, you might want to put your sweetie in there, like he's holding the sweetie, or a picture of you and your sweetie, or your grandkids, or your friend, or something, just someone that you love, and then you can fill it with whatever you want. I have right by my fingertips Ghirardelli chocolates. These would fit nicely in there, plus they have the heart on, and look at, they even look like they're embossed. See, the candy companies seem to know what I'm thinking, and then they just make the candy coordinate with my projects. Yeah, right. All right, now this is another fun part. So I put DSP around the whole thing, and then on the back side, you got to have the nutrition facts in here. Serving size, 1 year. Amount per serving, 1 Valentine. Then we have imagination, 25%, laughter, 25%, kindness, 25%, and hugs, 25%. Ingredients, sugar, spice, and everything nice. Isn't that fun? So I just made a little graphic here, and then you will get, I can't remember how many I put on one sheet, but it's more than one. So you can just print out that whole sheet if you want to make a bunch of these. And these sweet little boxes, you get 10 boxes in a pack. You will be getting one in with your class to go. But if you want to order extra ones, I have that as an add-on, so that way you could make 10 of these, and you're definitely going to have enough paper. And then I am also going to give you the pattern for this, and I'm not going to cut out the designer series paper because you will already have that. If you get it shipped to you, it's going to come to you and bypass me. But I will cut out the beard for you, and the hands and the nose and the feet and the little red outfit here. And if you get porch pickup, I'll do that as well. But I'm also going to have the pattern for these little things so that you can reproduce those, so you can make a bunch of them if you want. So I hope you like that little project. So like I said, I normally don't show the whole thing, but he was too cute to pass up. So that is one of the make and takes. All right, let's get to the make and take project now. We are going to be using one of the celebration items that you can choose for free. Now remember, there's, oh gosh, I wish I could show you the catalog. That's why you're not seeing any graphics here, because we can't even show you the inside of the catalog until January 4th, but we can show, you know, like what it looks like in person, but just not catalog pictures. So Awesome Otters has been really fun to work with, and we're going to use this, but we're going to turn him into a Valentine otter. So what we're going to do is start with real red cardstock, and we're just going to cut this 6 inches by 3 inches, and then score in half on the long side, and then fold it in half. The next thing we're going to do is just set that aside, and then get your basic white cardstock and your Memento black ink, and we are going to use a little otter that has his hands going up, and just ink this little guy up and stamp. And let me see, the next thing we're going to do is color him, and then we are going to fussy cut this little guy out. However, I did one before. Okay, here it is. The only colors I'm going to use on this is light and dark crumb cake. So I'm not sure. Yeah, this end is kind of dead. I need to tape that one shut. If you haven't seen what I do, I forgot to do this one, but I take some packing tape and I tape this side shut because, you hate to throw a whole blend away when the other side works fine. So I just tape it shut so I don't have to keep opening it and trying it and saying, oh, I use this one all up. And then that way it's just always taped shut, and then if that side doesn't work. All right, then let's do the dark side. And this one I think is pretty new, so we can go around his eyes. Actually, I lied. We're going to use a black too to do his nose, but that won't take very long. And these really don't take that long to cut out, because if you put a Netflix movie in, or what series do you guys watch? We are watching Yellowstone, which is going to be over this Sunday, I think is the last one. And we've really enjoyed it because our favorite Netflix has been Longmire, and the little pop-up came up that said, if you like Longmire, you will like Yellowstone. And so we've enjoyed it. It's a little more graphic, and I don't do well with blood, but it's a little bit more like that. Longmire was a little bit more tame. All right, now let me grab I like to use light black because you can see through it. Black is really, really dark, but sometimes there's little lines under there that I kind of want you to see, so I do light black. And like for Santa's boots this winter, I always use light black. All right, now, isn't he cute? Oh, I just think he's really adorable. Okay, the next thing I did was I already die cut this out. I tend to use the one with the candy in a lot. I don't know why that is. But we are gonna just fold on the score lines. They're nice and crisp score lines. And we're not gonna tape it. Whoops, let's put the flap up and then the sides like that. All right, we're not gonna tape it shut quite yet, but I wanna show you what we're gonna do. This little guy is gonna be poking out. So what we need to do is see how he's too fat for this envelope. So we're gonna flip him over, and we don't wanna cut the top of him because we want his hands to be reaching out, but we need to cut off probably part of his legs and his kind of chubby body here. So let's just slice there so he slides nicely in the envelope. He needs to be peeking out and wishing us a happy Valentine's Day. All right, now I think he's okay to stick in there. So actually, let's get this glued down because it's going to keep bugging me that it pops open. So just put a tiny bit of liquid glue over here and over here, just little dots. Don't put too much, otherwise when you press it shut, then it's going to stay glued shut and you won't get the little otter in there. And then leave the back side up, okay? So just pinch it for a little bit, and then let's see if he stuffs in there okay. If it's a little bit tight, nope, that's really good. Then you can always trim him a little bit skinnier. Actually, I do need to, he's too fat still. Let's go at an angle. so it's like a V. Kind of winging it as we go here. But that might make it easier. There we go. Okay, so that's how I want him to look. And then I am going to put one small dimensional in here because I want it to stick out just a little bit. So sometimes I put it on the end of my piercing tool so I can poke it in places, you know what I mean? Let's go like this. All right, there we go. Now it's a little bit 3D-ish and not so close to him. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do is set him aside and bring your card back. And this is actually, oh, the candy side again. Did I mention that I like that side? And then we're just gonna tape this to the front of the card using your Stampin' seal. This is, let's see, if this is 3 by 3 once it's folded, this is gonna be 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And just, you know me, I like that 1/8 inch border more than the 1/4 inch. Now we are gonna just pop him on at an angle like this. And let me see which sentiment I might wanna choose. All right, I have it here. We're gonna do Happy Valentine's Day. So I think I'm gonna do that first. And we'll just use real red and stamp it at the bottom. And center it. Get my head in the way again, sorry people. All right, now let's put him going to put him on the front, but we're going to use dimensionals. I'm going to use my larger ones here. One at the bottom and one at the top. Okay. Go like this. Now, his hands kind of look like he's doing something. So I took all these. Now remember I told you you can get 23 hearts out of one slice. So these are all those hearts. I wanted to show you also. See how some of them are connected like this? Aren't they cool? You could do fun little borders, you know, just to dress it up a little bit. But I'm going to make this a little bit more easy and simple. And then I did take out coordinating colors that you just look at the other colors that are in there. So I have lots of possibilities. So let's start placing these where they might look nice. So I think for sure we need to have one kind of in his hand. So what I'm going to do is put just a little glue right on the tip of his hand, and so he can be holding one of them, because like I said, it looks like his hands are up for a reason. And I think I'm also going to put a little dimensional behind it so it doesn't just flop in the wind here. Let's see if I can get this on the end of my pick tool and just stick it right under there so you can't see it. There we go. That's going to hold it down a little bit more, and it pops it up. All right, now I think I want to randomly put these all over, because it's kind of like he's throwing these up in the air like confetti. So let's just put some dots everywhere, and let's just make a shower of hearts. And like I said, these are all coordinating colors. I'm really OCD when it comes to die cutting. I know there's like a front side and a back side. The front side kind of puffs up a little bit, so I'm flipping them all so they're on the right side. Oh my gosh, why was my brain oriented that way? I don't know why that's important to me. Oh, let's do another red one. And let's see, pink again. Oh gosh, they're going the wrong way. And then blue, whoops, and yellow. You can kind of see I'm going in the same order of what I used. And another pink one. Let's do another red one, like that. All right, see, it looks like he's throwing all those up in the air. Isn't that fun? All right, now we're not quite done. Actually, I need to keep these on here so I can get them out of the way. Now, as you know, we even have coordinating envelopes that match 3x3 cards, and I'm sure you've seen this before, but what I like to do is decorate these. Now the easy way to do this, we'll have this in the corner, is by cutting a 3 1/4 by 1 1/2 rectangle, and you can either decorate the inside so when someone opens it, it's like that, or the outside. I tend to lean towards the outside. So we're not even going to trim this, because sometimes when you try to pre-trim it, it never lines up identical. So just put a little bit of glue on your envelope flap, and then this is just a tiny bit larger than it needs to be than the flap, and make sure the top sides are lined up. And then all you do is take your paper snips and you just trim it on your own, fussy cut it to match the flap exactly. When I used to do this the first time, I try to make a pattern and cut it out, but it just never lines up the same all the time. So it's best just to follow it on your own, and then you know it'll line up. All right, so now we have our coordinating little card along with our cute little note card. Isn't that fun? All right, so I think he's just missing one more thing here, and I am going to put a little rhinestone on here. And what I like to do is take your blends. I'm going to use real red, use the paintbrush side. It just needs one little thing down here, one little jewel to make it complete, and then use your pick tool to scoop it off and put it right in the middle there. Then it looks like it's buttoned shut. So that's the finishing touch that it needed. All right, And also, if you see any products that you like that you can't wait for the class to go, you can order from my Stampin' Up! Website, and please use host code QVRNUGM6. And if you do that and your order is over $35, you will receive my Creative View projects for January. You need to order by January 10th. However, you can't double dip, and the class to go does not count towards that. That's a separate thing. All right, so let me show you what we did today again. We have the Happy Valentine's Day with the matching envelope. And that's just something that you will, have all the products for. If you choose the little otter set for your free set, because this is a celebration one. And this is the project that you will be getting in one of your make and take. So you'll be getting 3 others that I have sitting right beside me. But this one I did want to show you. So, and then don't forget, today is the last day to sign up for my product share. So if you're interested in that, you got to do it today, and I will start working on those and get those out to you. Thank you for those of you who have already ordered it. All right, watch for the links for my class to go, and let me put the graphic up one more time, and I hope you'll join me for this class. Thank you so much for stopping by today. You guys have a great week, and Happy New Year, everyone. Bye-bye.